Hey, what's happening, Wargamers, and welcome to a quick painting tutorial. So as you guys know, I've been getting big into the kill team lately and figured I'd do a couple quick videos showing you how to paint up some of the terrain from the kill team kits you can get. So we're going to start with some of the Sector Imperialis Ruin Walls, and we're going to start with just a light gray rock, and we are just going to apply this lightly over a black base coat, just building the layers up nice and thin. And the reason we're doing it this way is because we want some of the black to do some of the work for us. So as you can see, I'm just going up and down very gradually, very gently, and I am leaving a number of the darker recesses in place. And this is because I want the way I'm doing this. I'm kind of coming in at a 45-degree angle, and I'm just doing this to keep to have the primer do some of the work for me as far as shading goes. So we're just building it up gradually. We're just getting some lighter areas here, and just getting it ready for the next step. So here we go. So yeah, there you go. You can take a look at. You can see where it's still dark in some of the recesses. It gets brighter as you go closer to the top of the ruins. So next up, we are going to hit it with a very light tan color. In this case, ancient bone, and you can use any real sort of like tan, almost white type of color. And once again, just from about a 45-degree angle, we're just going to hit it with some zenithal highlighting, because we just want the highest parts to be getting this sort of lighter tan look. So as you can see, it's a little hard with the light there, but you can see some of the gradual highlights closer to the top of the ruins itself. The next step is we are going to reinforce the recesses and the shades of the model using some Nuln oil. And as you're going to see, we're going to be very generous with this. So we're just going to put a whole bunch on the brush. And in this case, I'm doing a lot of downward strokes, and this is just because I'm trying to keep the shading as heavier at the bottom as I can, and the downward stroke keeps everything sort of even as we go down. You can see it's really building up nicely along the walls there. So just keep applying it until you're happy with the coverage. It's nice and even. You don't want to go too heavy because you don't want pools of it. Next up, we're going to give it a highlight of administrative gray, and unfortunately there was an issue with some of the filming here. I'm not going to be able to show you the process, but we're just going to hit it from the top down just to give it some more highlights, and you can see that right there. Just some nice gray highlights near the top of the wall. Next up, we're going to hit the metallic elements of it with lead belcher, and this is just going to be anywhere that it looks like metal might be exposed. So just nicely apply it onto the metal parts there. Nice thing is you don't have to be too careful with it. If a little bit gets onto the wall, it's not a big deal. So yeah, see, it's just going on nice and light. Just any of the metallic details you want to do. As you can see, this is how I've gone and done it on my model here. So, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to give a little bit of color to the metal. This is actually one of my favorite things to do here, is just tint the metal with a shade, in this case Seraphim Sepia. And we're just going to be generous and apply it over all of the metallics here. And what this is going to do is it's going to give it a nice sort of golden amber look. Almost like a tarnished look to it, and I personally love this. I love using washes to tint the metallics different colors, especially on armors. And in this case, this is going to give it a nice contrast to the darker gray, as you can see here. So that is how I went about painting the Sector Imperialis Ruin Walls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you get something from it, awesome. If not, well, maybe the next video will do the trick for you. Be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. And of course, I would love to hear from you on all matters. And if you liked what you see, be sure to like the video and subscribe.